Ahoy and welcome to this narrowboat adventure. So today we're venturing to Vietnam. I visited Vietnam and I've got a few videos about the boating that I saw and did in Vietnam, and so this is going to be the first of those videos. So first of all, I'm going to talk to you about Cat Ba Island, which is part of Ha Long Bay, which is an area in the north of Vietnam where there are, I think, over 200 islands. So you can get a tour that just goes around Ha Long Bay, but what we chose to do was to get a bus out of Hanoi. When I say we, I mean me and my friend who lives in Hanoi. We got a bus out of Hanoi to the sea, where we waited for a little while, and then we saw some really lovely, beautiful wooden fishing boats, and I was hoping we might get to go on one of them, but not today. On the first day we ended up on this much larger, more industrial style boat, and then that boat took us over to Cat Ba Island. Where we got onto another bus, and that bus took us to our hostel. So we stayed in a hostel called Woodstock, which I would actually highly recommend. It was really, really lovely, really nice hippie community vibes. So we stayed in a tent on the beach. It was just incredible. I don't have any film footage of this, but in the night we saw that there was luminous plankton, which meant that when we would move our feet around in the water at night, it would glow. It was really, really cool to see that. I've never seen any glowing animals before this trip, actually. The first thing we did once we got to the hostel was to rent a motorbike. So we took the motorbike into town and had a little look around. There's a really nice harbour and more of those really beautiful wooden type fishing boats. From there we decided to basically take the motorbikes over to where all of the tours go that take you around the islands. So rather than booking a tour, we took the motorbike over to where the little harbour is, and we found a person with a boat there, and we sort of discussed a price for us to go and do some kayaking. He took us in his beautiful wooden fishing boat across through where the floating village is, which are sort of very similar to the sort of modern floating houses that are not boats that you see in the West, but these would be more, more Vietnamese in style. And most of the people that live there, they said they live about 5 people to a house. Well, I was on Cat Ba Island, now I'm floating in the sea on a lovely boat. We are going to Lan Ha Bay. We've just been through this fishing village. The captain has told us that there are only 300 houses and 1,000 people, so they have quite a lot of people to each house. And we are heading to Lan Ha Bay to go kayaking. So this is the first place I've found in Asia where people live on floating houses, and I'm very excited. So far everyone seems very nice, and look at the gorgeousness of this place, it's insane. And they've got fishing businesses, it seems. So where we went to do the canoeing, they had like a net as part of the floor which went down into the sea, and so they'd put anything that they'd caught that they weren't ready to eat in there, and then it would stay there and it would grow and get bigger until they were ready to eat it. So we did get to have an amazing time looking around all the different areas and the islands in Cat Ba on our canoe, and we did see quite a lot of the tour boats go past, but we didn't see anyone else canoeing, and there was a lot of the time where it was just us on our lonesome, and so that was absolutely amazing. And we went on to one of the islands which had a beach. We did some just pottering around on the beach, and we spent about 3 hours canoeing around. It was really, really nice. It was wonderful. And here we are kayaking in the sea. Oh, look, this is a fisherman's net. Oh, look, there's a cave. Under the water, you can see all nets that they've laid down on the floor to catch all of the different kinds of fishies. We came back for the evening, and the next day we decided to take the motorbike up to the top of the mountain. There's a place called Cannon Fort at the top of Cat Ba Island, which is where they had some cannons during the Vietnamese War, and now it's just a really beautiful place to find out about some of the history of the Vietnam War, and also it's a great place to get some wonderful views out from the top of the island. As we got to the top of Cannon Fort, we stopped to look at the view, and suddenly the motorbike we'd rented broke down. So we phoned the rental company. While we first took the motorbike out, we had to buy some diesel, and they gave it to us in a 2-litre bottle, which they just dumped in there. It was quite amusing. I've never bought diesel like that before. So anyway, it broke down, but it was something that's happened to our boat as well. The throttle cable had snapped. So the guys came. Of course, the first thing they did was check whether we'd put any diesel in, and of course that was fine. And I'd kind of had to explain using hand gestures that the throttle cable had snapped. They kind of ripped out the throttle cable and all of its sort of surrounding bits of plastic, and so he was just using a glove and manually moving the throttle cable, which was a bit scary. I ended up on the back of his motorbike, and they'd come on another motorbike, so my friend was on the back of their motorbike. So we go down this massive hill with little control over our speed, and then we end up going through to the other side of town to get it repaired. And as it was prepared, we saw this woman, and this is like the most amazing thing that I have a photo or footage from in Vietnam. So although it's not boat related, I hope you'll enjoy it anyway. She had her and 5 children on a motorbike going down this hill, and I just literally, they do everything on motorbikes there, but this was definitely the most impressive bit of motorbiking I saw. Or maybe it was a moped, I'm not sure, but I'll show you it and you can decide for yourself. Thank you so much for watching this video about Cat Ba Island. I hope that you enjoy it very much. It will probably be a little while till the next Vietnamese video, but I thought since we've been doing lots of island videos, it would be a nice thing to cover an island in Vietnam and so see how it's a bit different from the islands in the Thames. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you very soon, and have a lovely day. Bye! Click subscribe if you'd like to join us again on this narrowboat adventure. Bye bye!